In question 7, you have a solid cylinder. The volume is 128 cm cube pi cm cube. It is to be manufactured with minimum total surface area. And you are supposed to find base, radius, and the height of the cylinder. So when you have a cylinder, it's like this. Okay. So you can let the radius be r. So the radius is r. And the height is h. Volume of cylinder B is pi r square h. And your given is 128. So it will be 128 and pi. So with that you can cancel pi. So you can say h is 128 over r squared. And you want to minimize total surface area. So first, because it's a solid, when you read the question, just be careful. When you give a question, it's solid, that means you can look at the top part and the bottom part. You can look at top part and bottom part. Top part is a circle, bottom part is a circle. If you talk about surface area, so circle area is pi r squared, top and bottom will be pi r squared, pi r squared. And then after that, you look for the curved surface. That means you look for this part, the curved surface. The curved surface is that you take this as you cut it open. If you cut it open, it gives you a rectangle. And then the circumference of the circle becomes this part. So when you cut the cylinder open, it gives you a rectangle. And the height is h. So this length is h. And this part is the circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle is, remember, when you have a circle, you look for the circumference. It's 2 pi r. So this length will be 2 pi r. So it will be 2 pi r. So this area will be 2 pi r h. So then another 2 pi r h. That will be the total surface area. The total surface area will be this one. This one will be the total surface area. So with all this, we can now find the base radius and the height of the cylinder. And what you want to minimize the total surface area. So we let r be the base radius, height be the h be the height of the cylinder. And just now I mentioned volume of cylinder is pi r squared h, and you fix it to 128 because you want to make a cylinder with volume 128. So you want to make a solid cylinder with volume 128. So you can cancel, I mentioned you can cancel pi, right? And you can write h in terms of r, 128 over r squared. What you want is to minimize surface area. Surface area, just how I explained, is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Just how I explained, is actually the top and the bottom, which are circle pi r squared, pi r squared. So it's 2 pi r squared. Then the curved surface you open up is a rectangle. Height is h. Length 2 pi r, so 2 pi r h. And the h, because we want to do differentiation, so we must sub h as 128 over r squared, so that you get a in terms of r only. To do differentiation, you must express a in one variable only. You want to minimize a, but a is in terms of r and h. So we make use of h is 128 over r squared to write it in terms of one variable. And then you can find dA dr. Differentiate r squared will give you 2r. 128, you can write it as 128. then r power minus 1. Differentiate r minus 1 will give you minus 1 r minus 2. So it will give you minus 1 over r squared. Then you take care of 128, so it becomes 128 over r squared. And then to minimize or maximize, you set the ADR to 0. If you set it to 0, means this factor is 0. Means 2r minus 128 over r squared is 0. So with that you have 2r is 128 over r squared. And then you can bring around. If you bring around, it's same as 2r equals to 128. 2r equals to 128 over r. And then you can cancel 64. R squared multiplied over become r cubed. So become r cubed is 64. So r will be cube root of 64, which is 4. And then you test for maximum minimum. So you find d2a dr squared. So you just differentiate 2r. So you just differentiate 2r. You get 2. Differentiate 128 over r squared. Means is 128 r power minus 2. So if you differentiate will be 256 negative and r minus 3. Then there's another minus. There's another minus here. So it becomes plus. Differentiate r power minus 2 is minus 2 r power minus 3. So the minus 2 and the 128 will give you the 256. And r power 3. You write it as r power minus 3, you write it as 1 over r cubed. Then you sub r as 4, and you will find that it will give you 12 pi, which is positive. So if the second derivative is positive, you imply minimum area. So it means the surface area. It means this surface area, this one should be A. A has minimum at r equals to 4. I am using A. So here is a typo. So minimum area is 4. Minimum area occurs when r is 4. Then H will be, you sub r as 4 here. So you sub r as 4 here, you get 8. So minimum value of surface area occurs when r is 4. H is 8. So which means the radius is 4. The height is 8. You can look at those canned drinks, right? Then you'll find that if you look at different products from different company, you'll find that the shape is about the same. Usually you see fat and shorter. Like you look at Coke drinks, right? You'll find that the designs are two types. One is shorter but fatter, and the other one is taller but thinner. You'll find all these so those factory they have calculated all these will minimize area after you have a fixed volume in mind. After you have fixed volume to fill in to sell your drinks, then of course you want to maximize your profit. Then you find you minimize total surface area. Then you find quite common there are two types. It's either short and fat or thin and tall. All these will minimize surface area, right? You'll do more when you do differential equation in other math module.